operating 70 supermarkets in New York and Pennsylvania. PNC, your closest friend.
Today's mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about each other, no matter where they hang their hats. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
Darn. Factories are constantly cranking out equipment that Acme TimeNet uses to catch my crooks. I have an idea. Soon the history of factory work will be erased. I summon my faithful servant, Servile.
Thy humble knight stands before thee.
I'm sending you through the time port to Delaware in the 1780s. There's something I want you to steal.
I would steal the very moon were it your wish.
Maybe next season. This info beam will give you all the details. Now, get going.
Time pilots. Servile just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate chrono skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the chrono computer. Power up the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time it's Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the Time Pilot Squadron Leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots, starting with Allie Miller. Come on, Allie. Nice to see you. And Dash Kellner. Dash, welcome to the squadron, buddy. And Ian McGollum. Ian, nice to have you on this mission, pal. All right, time pilots, just so you know, we depend on fact fuel to power the chrono skimmer, and you guys will be generating that fuel with your answers, all right? So each of you is equipped with 100 power points. Let's check in with the chrono skimmer engine crew, shall we? All right, never leave home without them. And since they're ready and raring to go, let's begin our pursuit of Servile. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is the mid-1780s. Destination, Delaware. Until this time, grinding grain to make flour required about 5 people and several separate machines. But then a man designed a way to connect the machinery, allowing him to grind grain faster, cheaper, and with fewer people. What he created was the first continuous production line, an idea that eventually sped and simplified factory work everywhere. Or so history told us till now, when Servile went back in time and copped the creation.
Thanks for the facts, Chief. All right, pilots, for 10 power points, what did Servile steal? Was it Henry Ford's assembly line, the conveyor belt, or Oliver Evans' mill? Remembering the clues we just heard? Delaware in the mid-1780s, automated process for grinding grain, and the first continuous production line. All right, guys, lock onto an answer as soon as you can there. Allie, what'd you say?
Oliver Evans' mill.
Okay, Dash?
The conveyor belt.
And Ian?
Oliver Evans' mill.
All right, correct answer is Oliver Evans' mill. 10 points for Allie and Ian. Very nice, guys, as we'd like to see. And now that we know what Servile stole, we want to get it back, right? But I'll tell you, if one of you today can retrieve that loot and capture Carmen Sandiego, you will win a complete multimedia computer system. So let's go get it, all right? Engine room, let's warp to the time of the crime. Okay, time pilots, we made it back to the mid-1780s, and so far, so good. Oh, see, I spoke too soon. That last warp used up all our fact fuel, so we need to refuel with a data boost. All right, time pilots, I'll give you a name. Your job, buzz in and tell me if I've named a real person or a fictional character. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5, all right? Remember, real person or fictional character. Oliver North. Going to Ian.
Real.
Correct, real person. Lieutenant Colonel North was involved in the Iran-Contra scandal during President Reagan's administration. Oliver Hardy. What do you say, guys? Time's of the essence. Going to Dash.
Real person.
Correct. One half of the classic comedy team Laurel and Hardy. Very good. Oliver Twist. Going to Allie.
Fictional.
Correct. Hero of Charles Dickens' novel of the same name. Oliver Cromwell. Going again to Allie.
Real.
Yes, real is right. English politician who ordered the execution of the king in 1649 and led the country as the head of parliament. Finally, olive oil. Going again, Allie?
Fictional.
Yes, she was Popeye's girlfriend. Great job, guys. We've replenished our fact fuel. And just a reminder, all our fact fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue our mission and get back Oliver Evans' mill, shall we? Wait a second, that's the clue finder. It's locked on to a report from the TimeNet Street Entertainers. Watch the view screen.
Hey, time pilots, it's 1913, and Servile has brought Oliver Evans' mill to Highland Park, Michigan.
It's where a car maker is implementing assembly line production to build his Model T cars. Parts move on a conveyor belt, and each worker performs a single task along the way.
15 million Model Ts will eventually be produced, and this assembly line method will revolutionize manufacturing around the world.
Okay, guys, I don't know if they're entertaining, but they give us clues, right? So we like them. All right, time pilots, we know Servile is in 1913. Name the car maker who made history that year. Was it Lee Iacocca, Henry Ford, or Lewis Chevrolet? Remembering the clues we just heard? Highland Park, Michigan, revolutionary assembly line production, and builder of the Model T. Allie, what'd you say?
Henry Ford.
All right, Dash?
Henry Ford.
And Ian?
Henry Ford.
You know what? Correct answer is Henry Ford. Very nice, guys. That's what we like to see. Pilots, Ford's assembly line revolutionized auto production, while the Model T itself revolutionized transportation for the common man. But that may all change if we don't get back Evans's mill. So engine room, let's warp to 1913. All right, pilots, we followed Servile to the year 1913, but he's about to do some globe hopping in the decade between the 1910 and 1920. So, it's time for global pursuit. Grab your controls, watch the globe on your screen, and buzz in when you think you know the right answer. If you're right, you get 5 power points, and if you're wrong, you lose 5, okay? Remember, we're in the decade between 1910 and 1920. Here we go. Servile's looming in a city where a fire at the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory leads to a reform of sweatshop conditions. What do you guys say? Yes, Allie.
New York.
Correct, New York. He went to the country where work has been completed on a canal connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Going again to Allie.
Panama.
Correct. Servile struck to a city where radical labor leader Joe Hill is on trial for murdering a shopkeeper. Going again to Allie.
Salt Lake City.
Yes. Although the evidence against him is shaky, Hill is executed and becomes a legend in American labor movement. Now he's in the country where Henry Ford builds a car factory in his ancestral town of Cork. Going to Ian.
Ireland.
Yes, it's Ireland. Very good. He's weaving around in the state where 20,000 textile workers stage a 2-month strike for better wages. Going again to Ian.
Massachusetts.
Yes, Massachusetts. Very nice round, guys. Well, time pilot Survival skipped out of Massachusetts right before we got there. We got to keep... Wait a sec. Hey, that's the clue finder again. It's a lucky day here. It's locked onto someone in the future. Let's bring him on board, see if he can help us, all right? Hey. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm on strike.
Strike? Well, shouldn't you be outside, you know, marching around up and down with a sign or something?
Nope.
What, you're not just going to sit there all day and do nothing, are you?
Yep.
Well, how are we supposed to get any work done with you sitting on the floor like that? Come on, pal.
Exactly. That's the whole point of a sit-down strike. More than 1,500 union members are sitting down at the General Motors plant in Flint, Michigan. When we're sitting down, the managers can't move in non-union workers, and production stops.
Well, so why strike?
Making car bodies is tough work. The pay stinks, the hours are long, and the bosses refuse to talk to the union about making changes.
Funny. I know some workers at Time Net Command who feel the same way.
And the depression ain't helping us neither. I just hope President Roosevelt's New Deal brings some relief.
Yeah, well, sitting like that must make your legs stiff, huh?
Yeah, you better believe it, brother.
Yeah, well, next time, why don't you stage a get-down strike?
A get-down strike?
Yeah, it's like a sit-down strike, only every now and then you get down.
You got a screw loose or something, buddy? I'm gonna strike somewhere else. You're a piece of work.
All right, guys, see? I thought that worked. Thought I'd get rid of him. And besides, I just like dancing. How about you? All right, guys. Gosh, what a fun show, huh? Pilots, tell me, where in time is Sir Vial? 1914, 1937, or 1953? Remembering the clues we just heard? Franklin D. Roosevelt is president during the Depression and Flint, Michigan's sit-down strike. Everybody in? Okay, now we are. Allie, what'd you say?
1937.
Okay, Dash?
1937.
And Ian?
1914.
Okay, correct answer is 1937. So 10 points for Allie and Dash. You know, pilots, although assembly lines did speed up production, progress for machinery didn't always mean progress for workers. But if we don't save history, those sit-down strikers may not have jobs at all. So, let's warp to 1937.
So much for the time pilots.
Pilots, we just made it to the year 1937, but Sir Vial has zapped our fact fuel. It's time for another data boost. All right, time pilots. I'll name a historical event. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether it took place in the 1730s or the 1930s. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5. Average pay for a U.S. congressman is $8,663 per year. Yes, going to Ian.
1930s.
Correct, 1933. Average pay for a hired farmhand is $216 per year. Going to Dash.
1730s.
Actually, 1933. It's a tough one. France forbids barbers to perform surgery. Yes, Ian.
1730s.
Yes, 1731. I hope so. Elsewhere, barbers continue to double as surgeons. I don't know if I want my barber cutting into me. Russia's Tsar, Peter II, dies of smallpox on his wedding day. Going to Allie.
1730.
Correct, 1730. He was just 14 years old at the time. Wow, he did a lot before he was 14. U.S. unemployment passes 4 million. Going to Dash.
1930s.
Correct, 1930. All right, guys. Great job, pilots, because we've replenished our fact fuel. And now, happy to say, we're ready for time travel. All right, wait a second. Oh, no. Hey, what's happening to mine?
Your feeble pursuit grows tiresome. So hear me well, time knaves. What is forged of metal hath great merit, or hath it? Fear grips workers at a General Motors auto plant who believe robots would replace them. But alas, ill fortune befalls the shop when robots smash windows and paint each other instead of the cars. So, Fear not, ye toiling masses. Thou shalt not join the swollen ranks of unemployed during President Reagan's rule. My metal brothers hath disgraced me, and this car maker hath had a change of heart.
All right, guys, you heard Servile. Let's use that information against him. Tell me the decade. Is it 1950s, 1960s, or the 1980s? Remembering the clues we just heard? Reagan is president, unemployment is very high, and robots malfunction on auto assembly lines. All right, guys, those are the clues. Very nice, already in. Allie, what'd you say?
1980s.
All right, Dash?
1980s.
And Ian?
1980s.
Correct answer is 1980s. Very nice, Squadron. And you know, production lines have progressed from the time of Evans Mill to a point where robots are replacing humans. But no robot can save history now. It's all up to you and me, guys. Just us. Isn't that nice? All right, pilots. In that case, we have to make one final leap forward in time, and that means an ultimate data boost. In an ultimate data boost, pilots, each correct answer is worth 10 power points. But if you're wrong, you lose 10 power points, okay? I'll make a statement about factories. Your job, buzz in and tell me whether it is a true or false statement. True or false? Here goes. English novelist Charles Dickens worked in a factory as a child. Going to Allie.
True.
Correct. Henry Ford named the Model T Ford for his son Timothy. Going to Dash.
False.
Correct, it is false. Ford named each new model car he designed after a letter of the alphabet. Hostess Twinkies are made by factory machinery. Yes, Ian.
True.
It is true, yes. Barbie dolls are made by factory machinery. Going to Allie.
True.
It is true. The author of the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was William Wonka. Going to Dash.
False.
Correct. Roald Dahl wrote the book. Willy Wonka was a character in it. In Pennsylvania in the early 1900s, boys began working full-time in the coal mines at about age 10. Going to Allie.
True.
Yes, it is true. The ship Titanic was assembled in a factory. Yes, Dash?
False.
It is false. The Titanic was assembled in a shipyard in Belfast, Ireland. Polish President Lech Walesa started out as a factory worker. Going to Allie.
True.
It is true, yes. He was an electrician in a shipyard in Gdansk. Finally, there's an island in Canada called Moose Factory Island. Going to Ian.
False.
Actually, it's true, believe it or not. All right, guys, very nice round. Let's see how well we did. Allie has 215 power points. Dash has 165, and Ian has 155, which means that Allie and Dash are going to move on to the next phase of this mission. But Ian, nice job, pal. You did very well. You should be proud of yourself. And right now, the Chief wants to say a few words to express our appreciation.
Jousting against Servile can be a time pilot's toughest test. Next time, you'll be ready for him with this Acme TimeNet mission pack. It includes a deluxe Britannica World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the Chrono Skimmer cap with you-know-whose picture in front, a wear-in-time watch, plus this boxed set of Carmen Sandiego's greatest hits, better known as her CD-ROM library and board games. They're crammed with crimes and clues to keep you sharp for your next flight. From Acme TimeNet Command, we salute you.
All right, Squadron, we've sent Ian back to TimeNet Command, but we're going to stay on board here and complete this mission. You guys ready? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of industrialization is at stake. Get to the United States in the 1980s and take back Oliver Evans Mill. Kevin, you're in command.
Aye, aye, Chief. All right, time pilots, full speed ahead to the 1980s. Look, Servile's got the mill in a cybersphere. Activate the loot tractor beam.
I must exeunt, only to joust again.
We have gotten back the mill and have it safely on board. So congratulations, guys. You've completed mission objective #1. Plus, now you're one step closer to winning that awesome multimedia computer system. But before we continue chasing Servile, we've got to return the loot to the mid-1780s. So let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief?
Time pilots, You must navigate the chrono skimmer through 8 events from the history of industrialization, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Servile along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. Robert Fulton develops the first commercially successful steamboat. The Coca-Cola Company is established in Georgia. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates is born. Oliver Evans's mill has the first continuous production line. The industrial rock band 9 Inch Nails forms. Women work in factories during World War II. The first recorded strike in the U.S. that includes female employees. Henry Ford first uses assembly lines to build his Model T cars. That's your briefing time, pilots. Good luck on your journey.
Okay, Allie, you had the higher score. You have the choice of going first or second.
First.
First. All right, in that case, Allie, I want you to navigate this chrono skimmer back through time from the most recent event to the least recent event, starting by picking the most recent event on the board. You may begin.
9 Inch Nails forms.
Yes, you've plotted a course to 1987. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Microsoft Bill Gates is born.
Yes, you've stated us to 1955. The billionaire computer wizard co-founded Microsoft in 1975. Keep going.
First strike by female employees.
Okay, go to Dash, picking the most recent event on the board.
9 Inch Nails is forms.
Yes, 1987.
Microsoft Bill Gates is born.
Correct, 1955.
Women workers during World War II.
Yes, 1940s. Pick the next most recent event.
First strike by female employees.
Okay, back to Allie.
9 Inch Nails forms.
Yes, 1987.
Microsoft Bill Gates is born.
Correct, 1955.
Women workers during World War II.
Yes, 1940s.
Ford uses assembly line.
Correct, you've stated us to 1913. Keep going.
First strike by female employees.
All right, back to Dash.
9 Inch Nails forms.
Yes, 1987.
Bill Gates is born.
Correct, 1955.
Women workers during World War II.
Yes, 1940s.
Ford uses assembly line.
Yes, 1913.
Fulton develops steamboat.
Okay, remembering what we learned, Allie.
9 Inch Nails forms.
Correct, 1987.
Microsoft Bill Gates is born.
Yes, 1955.
Women workers during World War II.
Yes, 1940s.
Ford first uses assembly line.
Correct, 1913.
Coca-Cola Company is established.
Yes, 1892. Keep going.
First strike by female employees.
Correct, 1824. Both male and female weavers were protesting a cut in pay and an increase in work hours. Keep going.
Fulton developed steamboat.
Correct, 1807.
Oliver Evans Mill.
Yes, Allie, you have saved history. Very nice. Congratulations. That was very nice and bold. Wow. Hang on one moment, because we're going to move on, okay? To you, that was very, gosh, like that, you know? Tough job, but you did a wonderful job, all right? And right now, the chief has a word about your next mission.
You've done some great navigation today. So, we're promoting you to Special TimeNet Advanced Command, or SCANAC. Okay, the nickname needs some work, but you'll receive a complete TimeNet mission pack and this feature-packed portable CD player. Its compact size and rechargeable batteries let you take your tunes to all your favorite places and times. From the gang here at TimeNet Command, congratulations!
Okay, Allie, you navigated us back to the mid-1780s and returned Oliver Evans Mill. Right now, Dash is piloting the chrono skimmer back to the present, but Allie, Servile, and Carmen are still out there, and it's your job to track them down, okay? So it's time for us to exit the chrono skimmer and head for the trail of time. Chief, is that a go?
Kevin, I'm engaging the transportal oscillator. Prepare to depart the chrono skimmer.
We're ready, Chief. Look out, Carmen, we're on our way.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
All right, Allie, we've made it to the trail of time. We've got to track Carmen through 6 time portals by answering her questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Ready, set, go, Allie, go. Follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's 1845.
Where are women protesting mill conditions? Massachusetts or Arkansas?
Massachusetts.
All right, move on to the second portal following the engine crew.
It's the year 1919. Where is Henry Ford building a factory? Sweden or Ireland?
Ireland.
Yes, 4 more to go. You've got 58 seconds left.
It's 1936. Who mocked assembly lines in the film Modern Times? Laurel and Hardy or Charlie Chaplin?
Charlie Chaplin.
All right, you've captured Servile. Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
It's 1937. Where do factory workers hold a sit-down strike? General Electric or General Motors?
General Motors.
All right, 2 more to go. You've got 30 seconds. Go, Allie.
It's 1978. Who sings about working-class struggles? Bruce Springsteen or Janis Joplin?
Janis Joplin.
All right, turn the crank to open the gate. Crank the crank. Ah, the girl. Keep going, keep going. It's almost there. Go faster. Almost there, Allie. All right, go. You got 1 more to go.
It's 1986. What malfunctions on auto assembly lines? Robots or transmissions?
Robots.
We've run out of time, and Carmen has escaped us again. But you did capture Servile, and you returned the loot to its proper place in history. You should be proud of yourself. Right now, the Chief has got something to say to you. Chief?
No time pilot ever worked harder than you did today. And in honor of your achievement, I'm issuing you a full 32-volume set of Encyclopedia Britannica. It's packed with articles, maps, and illustrations that will put all of history at your fingertips. Plus, you'll receive this stereo CD music system with radio and dual cassette recorder. Pilot, you're promoted to head navigator. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. Allie, you did a great job. You had a tough mission, but you did very well. You made a great time pilot, and we're proud of you. But right now, we've all got to go back to the present. And remember, at Acme TimeNet, history is our job. The future is yours.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Throttle open.